Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. We are finishing this today. I can't take the emotional roller coaster anymore. Okay? This is wow. Last chapter, that was some amazingly dark, intense stuff. Um, Again, I don't know what happens. It's a blind read. This is a Newbery Medal book, which usually means that there's some intenseness before it gets good again. So I'm hoping things are going to end good, but we're almost at the end of this book. I'm starting on page 244 and it ends on page 249. It better get good real fast. That's all I have to say. Oh my gosh. Again, this is for the American Cancer Society Read-A-Thon for August. And I will leave the descriptions and links and all of the things. Click like, subscribe, do the things. And let's do this. All right. All right. Chapter 38. Just before he struck the hard line of the sea, he spread his wings, stopped his downward fall, and managed, in his depleted state, to steady himself. Then, with a few more uncertain flaps, he rose and grew stronger. In seconds, he had flown all the way to us and landed on our high rock. He seemed very put out. What were you yelling about? He asked. I was in the middle of something. I'm a need. I'm gonna need a minute. Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh, oh, I'm so glad that did not end badly there. Okay, okay. Deep breaths. You know, it's a good book when you are so invested in the characters that it makes you feel things. Yeah, yeah, that's right, Gigi. Dave Eggers, how could you play with my emotions like this? Jeez. All right. I'm glad he's okay. He's okay. He's okay. It was okay. Whew. I noticed, I said. He straightened himself out and tried to look dignified and even casual, even though he was a bit of a mess. Okay, what is it? He asked. How about, I asked, you don't die. You come with me. There you go. Big brain. Go, Johannes. Where? Back to the park? You know I can't. A bird of my species has its pride, you know. We have our customs. I can't. No, I said, leave. Go over the ocean with me on this ship. The bison aren't going, but we can. Helene was standing next to me, and she nodded, though she had not envisioned this scenario, where both a coyote dog and a broken down gull would be joining them. But how hard could it be? You have more to see and do, I said to Bertrand. Go with you? On that? He said, nodding to the ship. The idea of not dying, instead of coming with me, was a distant thing to him, but it was growing closer. I could tell its contours and shape were becoming clear to him. You're not old, I said. You're only changed. Before you... Gigi's weighing in. Hi, dude. Dude. Not like this. Everything is not about you, my guy. I know you feel like it. We're raising money here for charity. I know you think the only charity that counts is meats is in your bowl, but you know, there's more to life. Okay? So now you can be cute and stay with me and let me read, or you can go do something else and don't you nip at me, young man. Or no treats is for you. Be good. Eh. All right. I'm done being distracted now. We're going to get back to this because I'm finishing this today. Ah, there we go. All right. Da-da-da-da-da. There we go. You're not old, I said. You've only changed. Before you could fly, and now you can walk. Now you can hold on to me as we run together and see. See the sea, see the mainland, see everything that can be seen. So I'd ride on your back? He'd ask. Sometimes. I said, then sometimes you can walk. An impish smile overtook him. That would be pretty slow, he said, and I laughed. To be honest, I wasn't so crazy about dying, he said. I mean, I was going to make it all look spectacular. and all. Of course, I said, but I was also thinking it would be pretty good not to die. So come, I said. When? He asked. Now, said Helene, we have to go now. There were about 10 goats left near us, and Helene urged us to sneak in among them as they made their way down the hill. Stand on my back, I told Bertrand, and he did. He weighed so little. All this time, for 1,000 years, he'd flown merrily above me, and all this time I hadn't known how light he was. I could have been carrying him all this time. This doesn't mean I'm going, he said. I'm just thinking on your way to the ship. Hiding a dog and a bird were no great feat for the goats. We were so much smaller than the bison, so we made our way down the hill without any fear of detection. Soon we were at the bottom of the hill, where the land met the dock, where the land met the dock, and were approaching fast the ramp of the ship. What will we eat? Bertrand asked. I laughed, and he laughed, because we both knew that anything we usually ate would be an infinite supply, and where we were going. It was such a silly question. Will we ever come back to this place? He asked, and though I assumed the answer was no, Helene surprised us both. Maybe, she said, who knows? We got here once. Maybe we'll get here again. We looked up the hill, and I hoped to see the bison again, to tell them what we were doing. But they were gone. They disappeared down the other side of the boulder. The only one of my friends still on the peak was Sonia. She waved. She was grinning, waving, crying, so many things all at once. And now she would be the eyes. That was obvious to me and to her, and would be obvious to all. The eye? Is that what they would call her, given that she only had one? I laughed, for it was so fitting and right. I was happier for her than I have ever felt for myself. She would be so good. And soon the herd was herding us up the metallic incline, and Bertrand and I were among them, and I felt the steel under my paws, and felt the tension of the ramp over water, the ramp over water, and then we were inside the belly of the ship. The smell was strong. The light was gone. We did it, Helene said. We did it! And Bertrand's still alive. Sheesh. The last chapter. Helene told us to sleep, and we slept. With all the planning and escaping, I had not slept in ages. We slept among 1,000 goats in a cramped, dark space that smelled outrageous. But when I awoke, I saw that Bertrand was just waking too, and he smiled at me, and I smiled too. Where in God's name are we going? What in God's name are we doing? He asked. I didn't know what to say. I couldn't believe we had done what we did. I was sure we were already 1,000,000 miles from the park, from all that we had ever known. That was one small window in the hole. There was one small window in the hole, and I squeezed my way through the goats to this porthole, dusted with sea salt, and saw only blue sky, blue water without end. I really thought I'd be dead, Bertrand said when I returned to him. Now I'm on a ship among goats, and they smell so bad. I shushed him, not wanting to offend our hosts, who were sleeping all around us. You didn't have to die, I told him, and you didn't have to stay there. He said to me, all this time you thought you needed to stay in the park, but then you left, and now you're here, and soon we'll all be somewhere else. When he said this, I panicked ever so briefly. I thought about all I loved in this home we left, our friends there, Freya, Meredith, Samuel, the trees, the flowers, the children, the music, and for a moment I wanted to leap, to jump and swim home. But I couldn't. I knew this. You know this. What kind of coyote dog would I be if I were not out in the world running? And what kind of eyes would I be if I were not out there in the world seeing? Heroes go forth. To be alive is to go forth. So we went forth. And there's Johannes running on the beach. Hooray! Oh, I'm so glad that ended nicely. Oh, my goodness sakes. But we did it. We did it. We read an entire novel, cover to cover, in a single month. Oh my goodness. And what a wonderful book. I mean, all the ups and downs and emotional roller coaster, emotional damage, and all that. Great books have lots of twists and turns like this. Okay. And so I count this among the great books. But let me know what you think. Did you like this book? Have you donated to the American Cancer Society, where they do such good work for so many people who have cancer? Would you like me to do more videos like this where I do epic reading challenges like this? But please let me know in the comments. I would love to hear your ideas. If there are other books you would like me to read, what are they? I really want to know. All right. That being said, for the last time for a hot minute, Roma, Riva, and Krishna, Auntie Heather loves you very, very much. And I love the rest of you too. Take care, everybody. See you next time. Bye bye.